Hey guys, so Ultra Blue Gogeta is now live in game, and of course, with every new character comes a new banner. So today we're going to be talking about whether or not I think it is smart for you to summon for Ultra Blue Gogeta on his Legends Rising banner. So obviously, this Gogeta has released as a part of Legends Festival 2022. This was stated as the final character to release during Legends Festival this year, which is... it makes sense. It lines up with the prior years and the ways that they've done this. So we do have the three banners from the festival all still live. So of course we have Blue Gogeta's banner here. We have the Vegeta and Trunks banner here. And then we have the Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 tag character banner here as well. All three banners go until... actually, that's not true. The Vegeta and Trunks banner and the Goku and Vegeta banner both go until the 18th, whereas Gogeta's banner goes until the 11th. So there's a bit of a difference. The two LF banners have an extra week in terms of how long they're live, and this banner only goes until the 11th. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the featured characters on here, as well as what other characters are actually listed as pullable on the banner. So the first thing to note is that the banner is a 10% sparking rate banner. You have a 10% chance for any given pull to pull a sparking character, and each Z power that you get for each sparking is 600 as opposed to the other banners, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So in terms of the actual characters that are available to be obtained from the banner, you have, of course, the new Gogeta Blue, and the LF characters. You have 4 in total. You have the Goku and Vegeta from last year's Legends Festival, the first tag character to ever be released from the Broly movie. We have LF Dragon Ball Super Broly. We have LF Blue Gogeta that released alongside Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then we have Vegito, Super Vegito. So I guess we can start by, ranking how good the other characters are on this banner. And the answer is going to be not good. The answer is not good. This Goku and Vegeta, I mean, could you theoretically do okay with them? Yes. They can be okay still. They're not completely just left in the dust, I would say right now. But the amount of power creep that we've had within the past year since last year's Legends Festival has been quite immense. It's been quite ridiculous. And I feel like this character's role on their team as like the main point/damage dealing character, it's just they can't fulfill that role as well as, I don't know, like 20 other characters in the game can right now. So you can still make it work with them, but there's way better options out there. So it's not like I would recommend pulling on the banner for them. Then we have Broly. So this is kind of a sad situation for this character because this guy, we've been getting a lot of unique equipments for LF characters recently. And I would actually say that some of the LF characters getting unique equipments actually benefited quite a lot from them. And the unique equipments have allowed a lot of these LF characters to actually make a pretty big resurgence back into the game in terms of their usability. I don't think you could say that for Broly at all. I think Broly probably got the worst unique equipment out of pretty much any LF character to get like a recent iteration of a unique equipment. So it's just a sad situation for Broly. I'm not sure if they plan on Zenkaiing him anytime soon, but again, not a very desirable unit right now, just in terms of his value in actual gameplay in the PvP environment. Then we have Blue Gogeta, the yellow ones. This guy obviously came out 2 years ago. So this was the Legends Festival character last year, and then these two characters, the Broly and Gogeta, were the Legends Festival characters 2 years ago. So you would automatically think that they're just automatically worse than this character. I think this Gogeta actually did age fairly well. I think he's actually still pretty decent if you are good with him. And what I mean by being good with him is this character heavily relies on you landing his green card to be able to maximize his potential. So if you're somebody who's good at landing his green card, which basically means that you're good at predicting when people are going to be tackling, tap attacking, stuff like that, because that's what you counter with this Gogeta, is strike attacks, tackles, and counters. Then you'll be able to make some plays with him, and he certainly can still win you matches off of the green card effect. This is a character that actually has yet to get a unique equipment or a Zenkai Awakening. So this guy actually still has a decent amount of room to grow and has decent potential, I think, still. So it's kind of funny seeing that. I do think I value this Gogeta even higher than the Goku and Vegeta, the tag character, just because I think his value and potential to get better through a unique equipment or Zenkai is First of all, it's more likely that this guy gets one than the tag Goku and Vegeta, just because he's older, a full year older, and also just because his green card is going to let him age really well if you can land it. And then last but not least, we have LF Super Vegito here. This was the first anniversary character, so at this point, we're talking 3.5 years old. But he does already have his Zenkai, and he has one of the best Z ability / Zenkai ability combos in the game, one of the best bench characters in the game. He actually picks up an extra buff to Fusion Warrior HP at 14 stars, but I mean, if you're someone who's thinking about summoning on the banner because of this character, I mean, he's not 14 stars for you. But this Super Vegito, like him being on the bench for this Gogeta is one of the best like bench combos you can have in the game. Think about what this guy's giving. So I'm actually, yeah, we can pull him up here. Okay, cool. So if we take a look at him, let me just display maximum stats. So his Z ability is giving 30% Fusion Warrior strike attack and defense, 12% to max base health. Then his Zenkai ability is giving Purple Saiyans 40% strike attack, 40% strike defense, 35% blast attack, and then 35% blast defense. So in total, this character is giving Ultra Gogeta 70% strike attack, 70% strike defense, 35% blast attack, 35% blast defense, and 12% HP. That is ridiculous. So if you're somebody who just really, really, really wants to maximize how your Gogeta fits onto your teams, and you really don't really care about the value of the banner, you just want to use Gogeta, like this Vegito being on this banner definitely adds a lot of value here, because he's going to be the single best character to be used on a bench next to Gogeta. That's how much he's contributing to that. And then in terms of the 0.5% sparking characters, we have Yellow Tapion, definitely still a very good character. Green Broly, not a good character. Red Frieza, I think Red Frieza can still be okay, but he's not anything too crazy. This Blue Broly has his Zenkai. He buffs, I'm pretty sure it's Blue Frieza Force. Let me just make sure. It's been a while since I've looked at this character. Yeah, Blue Frieza Force. So not exactly great. This guy needs a Zenkai. This guy needs a Zenkai. This guy needs a Zenkai. This guy has a Zenkai. He has an okay Zenkai ability. Vegeta has a pretty good Zenkai ability, Yellow God Key. This Broly has a really good Zenkai ability. I've used it constantly, Purple Movies. But in terms of like actual usable 0.5% sparking characters, it's only going to be Tapion, I would argue. I mean, you could use Red Frieza, but I've never almost seen him at all. The Zenkai version of this Gogeta, I think you can still kind of make him work, but he's really uncommon. And that's it. I mean, that's the banner we're looking at here. So when it comes to looking at this banner compared to the other options, we have this Trunks and Vegeta banner, and then we have the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta banner. Now, I'll tell you guys right now, Gogeta literally just came out, but I'm very confident in saying that Gogeta completely overshadows I think the Super Saiyan 4s are way better than the Vegeta and Trunks. So that means that I think Gogeta Blue is like legitimately 5 times better than this character. Like, I don't even think the fact that Gogeta and this Vegeta and Trunks are even releasing in the same celebration is insane. It's like not even what the hell is this? Yeah, but as a headlining character, I think Gogeta clears this character easily. And I do think he does clear the Super Saiyan 4s as well. I don't want to say easily, because these guys still have an insane amount of value. They're on one of the best teams in the game with GT. So I don't know if I want to say Gogeta just clears effortlessly this character, but I do think Gogeta is the definitive best character in the game. So, and with that being said, I do think he is better than the Super Saiyan 4s. But in terms of the value on these banners, before you even consider the actual characters that are on the banner, think about the structure of these banners. This banner has 4 steps. Step 1 is 1,000 crystals. All you're getting as a freebie are the 10 Legends tickets, which I think are pretty low value just because they never update that shop. Step 2, 1,000 crystals, 10 tickets. Step 3, 1,000 crystals, 10 tickets. Step 4 is free. So basically you spend 3,000 crystals, you get 1 free, kind of like the Dokkan model where it's 3 plus 1. Something else to remember as well is step 2 actually does give you a double rate pull for ultra rates. It says right here, ultra rates times 2. So on that step alone, you'll have a twice as high chance to pull Gogeta as any other step. Now on these banners, you actually have, instead of a 10% sparking rate, you have a 30% 30% sparking rate. So you're getting triple the amount of sparkings by pulling on these banners. And on top of that, you're actually getting double the Z power. So you're not getting 600 Z power for pulling a sparking. You're getting 1200. You're not getting 250 Z power for pulling an EX character. You're getting 500. You're not getting 100 Z power for pulling a hero unit. You're getting 200 Z power. So the value on these banners, just from the structure of the banners themselves, is just way, way higher. So for example, you like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I'm trying to put this into like context for you guys. So you're getting triple the amount of Z power. Or sorry, let me rephrase this. You're getting triple the amount of sparkings, but then you're also multiplying that by double Z power. So when all's said and done, if you spend like a ton of crystals on this banner, and then you spend a ton of crystals on this banner, if you like catalog your results and you record what you actually pulled, you will have received 6 times the total amount of Z power on this banner as you would have on this banner by spending the same amount of crystals. That's how much more value these banners have than the Ultra banner. The Ultra banner's like actual structure and like the formula of how this banner works is really, really bad. This banner is really, really bad. And on top of that, don't forget the steps on these banners. Remember, this banner only has 4 steps. These banners have 6 steps. Now, once you do step 1, you actually never repeat step 1. Once you finish step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you go back to step 2. So then you just repeat 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 5, 6. Or sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over and over again. So you don't actually go back to step 1. Step 2 is 500 crystals. Step 3 is 700 crystals. I mean, this is kind of misleading. I don't like how they do this, but you're only getting 5 characters for this one. This one you're getting 7 characters. Step 4 is a regular multi-thousand crystals. Step 5 is a regular multi-thousand crystals, but then step 6 is free. And then you're going back to the beginning. One thing to remember is step 4 actually is an extreme or higher step. So you're guaranteed to get extremes in that step at least. And then the other thing that's a really big deal as well is for these banners, you are getting summon coins as a freebie for every time you summon. So basically the summon coins are taking the spot of the Legends tickets from this banner. The summon coins are way, way better than the Legends tickets. So if we take a look at the shop here, you can use these summon coins. So you get 1 summon coin per step, except for the free step. The free step doesn't give you a coin. You can exchange these coins for resources down here. You can exchange them for multi-Z power. You can exchange them for tickets that have a pretty decent chance of getting you, some good units. And then you can, of course, exchange these summon coins directly for Z power for the new units as well. So it's basically the pity system of the game, or the summon coin feature. This banner doesn't have summon coins. This banner doesn't have a pity system. You could theoretically go 1,000,000 crystals and never pull Gogeta, whereas on this banner, you at least have the summon coins to back you up in case you really are just like not doing well at all. And then on top of that, we can take a look at the featured units here. I don't really like this Trunks and Vegeta that much, but they're still a good character. And I think once they get a better team for themselves, a better home, they will be able to look a lot more impressive than they do right now. Green Trunks, I think, is actually pretty decent. Dragon Fist, I still like him a decent amount. The androids are much better with the buffs the feature has gotten recently. Sword of Hope can be still pretty good, but he definitely has aged. This Zamasu recently got a unique equipment, can actually be pretty good, but I think they botched the equipment, but he's still a pretty good unit. This guy's really good. I really do like the Zenkai for Rose Goku Black, really powerful character. Future Gohan is like one of the most valuable characters in the game. He's 2 years old, but who cares? You pretty much just throw him on any team and he can be good. This guy's pretty good. This Zamasu, this is the other new character that came out on this banner next to the LF Vegeta and Trunks. I would actually argue that this is the best character on the banner. This blue Zamasu with a 1% pull rate. So he actually has the highest pull rate on the banner out of any unit, and I think he's the best character on the banner. And I don't even really think it's that close. Like, who's the second best character on this banner? Is it Rose? Maybe. No, it's Future Gohan. I think Future Gohan's probably the second best character on this banner. With his unique equipment, he's really good. But then this Zamasu is clear. He's the best character on this banner. But there's a lot of good value here. Like this Vegito actually has a really good Zenkai and Z ability combo. Future Gohan has a really good Z ability. This Rose has a good Zenkai and Z ability combo. The androids can do work on Future. Dragon Fist is still pretty good. Trunks is still pretty good. And then these guys are going to be good at some point. So you have a lot of value here. A lot of the featured characters are really good. The banner format's really good. Nothing really to complain about here. I think this banner, if you decide to summon on this banner, you're not you're not making a mistake. And then I think you can say a similar thing for this banner as well. We can take a look at the list here, but in terms of the format, literally the exact same format as the Vegeta and Trunks banner. Goku and Vegeta, best character on the banner. Before Gogeta came out, I would classify them as the second best character in the game. There is an argument for them to be at number 1, but I personally don't think so. But the fact that they could have, you could have a legitimate discussion about them potentially even being on the same level as Beast Gohan tells you how good they are. UI Goku, I'm not really the biggest fan of him just because of how dominant Beast Gohan is, and every single character right now is getting a way to pretty much nullify cover change, so it reduces his value by a decent amount, but I still think he has value, right? His ability to stall games is pretty much unmatched. Jiren, I'm not really the biggest fan of Jiren, especially with his unique equipment already being out. But Jiren, I think, is, he's a 2022 LF character. He can be okay. Bardock, I think, is actually even pretty underrated at this point. His unique equipment is very good, but this is another example of a character that is a little bit more centered towards Blast, so it's tough for him to find a place on the team. Talked about this character already. Revival Gohan, I think, actually is in a decent spot right now because there's very, very little anti-revival mechanics going around PvP. Gogeta definitely has started to get power crept a little bit. Well, I don't even know if I want to say a little bit. He's been power crept a lot. Especially because I don't think he's even making like a backup spot for GT right now just because of how many buffs they've received. We have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. His Zenkai has pretty much catapulted him to a top 5 position overall in the game. He's insane. This Goku is insane. This Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Goku, honestly, you actually run this guy as bench on optimal GT setup. And then the same thing, of course, for the new 1% sparking Hellfighter, or not Hellfighter, this is just normal Android 17 from GT. Really powerful character. I think, looking at this banner now, honestly, I would say that this is almost, if not even, potentially even better value than this, just because the main headliner is, I think, way better. But the conclusion to this video that I will just say right now is that these banners, both these banners, the part 1 Super Saiyan 4 Tag Goku and Vegeta banner and the part 2 Gallic Gun Vegeta and Trunks banners are way, way better value-wise than the Ultra Gogeta Blue banner, just because of the way that the Ultra banners are structured, right? The banner format is really, really bad, and the value as on this banner as compared to these banners, it's like not even, it's literally a night and day difference. It almost feels like a different game. When you're summoning on this banner versus summoning on this banner. Like, this feels like Dragon Ball Legends Year 1. This feels like Dragon Ball Legends Year 4. Like, that's the difference here. So in terms of, strictly from a value standpoint, my recommendation would be to summon on, I probably would recommend summoning on this banner. This is probably the better banner you want to be summoning on. This banner is still really good though, a lot of really strong units. Zamasu is really, really good. I think you just put Zamasu in the leader on like any team and he can be really good. His value definitely goes down a little bit just because of Gogeta now and his ability to nullify endurance with the rush. But yeah, a lot of really good characters on this banner. This banner we talked about a lot already. But the final thing I will say, which I always do like ending the video with, is I cannot in good faith tell you guys to not summon for Ultra Gogeta Blue. I mean, just look. Like, come on. This is literally the savior of this celebration. A lot of people were very unhappy with the way that the developers were handling Legends Festival this year, and now people are praising this final portion of Legends Festival because of this character right here. His animations are probably the best of all time. He's the best character in the game. I'm pretty confident in saying that, even though I've only used him in one video so far. He fits on 4 different teams: Saiyans, Fusion Warriors, Movies, and God Key. So he's actually helping multiple teams. Yeah, I can just keep going on and on. This guy's really, really strong. He literally breaks the game in terms of fundamentals. Like, he is doing things that no other character has ever done before, and just a really fun unit. So I can't look at you guys in the eyes and be like, yeah, skip Ultra Blue Gogeta, because it's just like, it looked like this is the hypest character they've released in a long time. Like, honestly, Beast Gohan and this guy, the 2 hypest releases of the year easily. So if you feel like you want to summon for this character, if Gogeta is one of your favorite characters, if you've been looking for this guy for a long time, looking forward to this guy for a long time, then go ahead and summon. I mean, that would be my recommendation. If you're gonna have the most enjoyment out of using this character, then it makes the most sense for you to summon on this banner. But from a strict value standpoint, his banner is really bad. That's the way I'll end the video. But let me know down below if you guys have summoned yet and how your summons have gone. Are you summoning on the banner, or are you going to be prioritizing the part 1 and 2 banners first? So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.